Hello, Mike here. Recently, I was captivated when someone mentioned a verse from the New Testament. I don't know whether you've heard of this verse. It is in the little book of James, chapter 1, verse 19. Everybody should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Now, I don't know about being slow to become angry or quick to become angry, but certainly for me, I tend to be a little bit slow to listen sometimes and quick to speak. I think sometimes it's to do with temperament. Some people talk a lot, some people listen a lot. Anyway, this is a great verse. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to become angry. There are some really wise principles, and generally speaking, when people refer to this verse, they think in terms of horizontal relationships that we have with other people. However, I was thinking, what about prayer? Does this apply in prayer? Should we be quick to listen in prayer? Should actually at times we be slow to speak in prayer? It's a good question. So I would certainly suggest that what's being said in this verse is that we should learn to listen without interrupting. Listening without interrupting. And actually, sometimes we need to do that in prayer. Maybe sometimes God is wanting us to pipe down because prayer is supposed to be two ways. And sometimes we need to be quick to listen to God rather than to filling every moment of prayer with our endless babbling. We need to listen. How do we listen to God in prayer? Well, we do it in a whole number of ways. I'll suggest just a few to you. When we meditate on the Bible and we think about a particular verse, then sometimes God can speak to us in those times of meditation and silence. Perhaps as we are enjoying a glorious song of worship, listening to the words, again, sometimes God will speak to us through the lyrics of that particular song. Maybe when we're out and about and we're walking and we're silent, we're aware of God, we're aware of His company. Sometimes He can speak to us through nature, the things that we see when we're out and about. So I would suggest it does apply in prayer, that prayer isn't just about us talking. Sometimes we need to be slow to speak when we're praying and quick to listen. However, generally speaking, when people refer to this verse, they are thinking about our relationships with other people. And we have many conversations with other people, and people are very different. Some people, when we're speaking to them, we get the impression they're only half listening and they can't wait to jump in. Well, that can be frustrating, and we can frustrate others when we're like that, when we are half listening and we're wanting to interrupt. I think the principle in this verse, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, is that we need, if we can, to wait until others are finished. So there's a great lesson here. Let us be quick to listen. Let us be slow to speak. So we've talked about listening without interrupting. Now, the other point is speaking without erupting. Speaking without erupting. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to become angry. So James is encouraging his readers not to get angry. Now, in the Old Testament, in 2 Kings chapter 5, we read about the prophet Elisha, who was visited by a man called Naaman who had leprosy, who desperately wanted healing. And Elisha just sent a messenger out to Naaman, go and wash yourself 7 times in the Jordan River, then you will be healed of your leprosy. Naaman's reaction is very interesting. He became angry and stalked away. He erupted, and he certainly spoke alongside his anger in this way. I thought he would certainly come out to meet me. I expected him to wave his hand over the leprosy and call on the name of his God and heal me. And we read that Naaman turned and went away in a rage. I would say he scored 1 out of 3 in that he was quick to listen. He was very keen to hear what the message contained. He wanted to be healed of his leprosy. He was quick to listen, but he was also quick to speak and quick to become angry. In the verse, we're encouraged to be slow to speak, slow to become angry. And I know people where that comes fairly naturally a lot of the time because they have a quieter temperament than some of us, where we would find this harder because we're louder people, and therefore the idea of being slow to speak, slow to become angry, it doesn't come naturally. However, for all of us, whatever our temperaments, in Galatians chapter 5 we read about the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and, very importantly, self-control. And no less than 4 of these are relevant for helping us to put this teaching into practice: patience, kindness, gentleness, self-control. And God can help us with these virtues, with these segments of the fruit of the Spirit. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. So as I close today, let us try harder to respect others by listening without interrupting so much, and to speak to others gently, certainly without erupting. Let's try harder on this. Let's ask God to help us. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you.